Just Fake It Coming to LA podcast. Now here are your hosts, Nora and Marina.
Hey everyone, this is Just Fake It Coming to LA podcast. And here I am, Nora, back safe and sound with you today on a beautiful day in Los Angeles. And here I have a special guest today. Guess who it is? Da-da-da-dum! Violet Meyers!
Hey! Oh my God. I love Nora. Oh my God. It's so funny how we met though.
It is so funny. But you know what? I realized that time flies. And I was
It does. It was so long ago.
It was so long ago. And I was like, oh my God, it's been already months and months and months. But it's crazy how I always talk about, this podcast, Just Fake It, coming to LA. It's all about this Los Angeles, about the people in Los Angeles.
Till you make it.
Yeah. And like sometimes we have to fake the confidence actually to actually be somewhere. And we love to talk about, how we got to places with different people, especially with people who actually, achieved something in this life. And we want to learn. And it's not even just fake it till you make it, but like, fake it and you're gonna make it. Fake the confidence, fake this, because we're all scared of everything. I feel
I still fake a lot of stuff.
I
fake a lot of stuff.
All right, we're gonna talk about what you fake. So, how are you today, Violet?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. The sun is shining, and I know that you love sushi. So
I know. I'm looking at it like, ooh,
yeah,
it's my favorite food.
I didn't make it myself, but if I would, I would.
Have you ever made sushi
No.
before? I did a sushi cooking class and I didn't realize how easy it is.
Is it?
It's actually so easy to
So
make.
they put it in the rolling thing and then they just kind of
so you
roll
put
it together.
the rice, the nori, and then you put your filling and then you just roll it up and then that's it.
I feel like with sushi, as long as the fish is fresh, everything else is, good. Well, I'm so happy that you're here today with us.
I am too.
With Just Fake It. And I've been waiting for the moment where I could just sit down, have a coffee with you, have some sushi, maybe drinks later, and just talk. Yeah. So I think most people would love to know, and it would be the most popular question to you, how everything started for you. Because I did introduce Violet, but I think Violet Meyers does not need an introduction. Violet Meyers is just a superstar of the adult industry, I would say. You are top 10 in the world, and you've got so many nominations and awards. And I know that, I've been checking, your bio and how many awards you got, how many nominations. So I was like, this is a lot. This is achievement, truly, in the industry. And everybody thinks maybe that this industry differs from any other industries or businesses. It's not true. It's still a business. It's entertainment business. It's cutthroat. It's a lot of competition. And I know how Violet just, took years for you to actually get somewhere.
Oh, yes.
And I remember you said you started in 2018. Yeah. Could you just kind of go back with your YouTube channel and how everything started? I'd love to know.
Oh my God. So I think a lot of people see the achievements and all the success and don't see what really it took to get to this position. Because I remember for a long time, I would cry to my first agent when I was living in Miami and be like, why doesn't no one want to work with me? What is it about me that people don't like? In the industry, the social media stuff, it did really well because I was just I'm a pro at social media and marketing and stuff like that. But it wasn't easy. My look was very different. They didn't know where to categorize me because I'm mixed. So they're like, do we put her Middle Eastern? Do we put her Latina? What do we do? So that's why for the most part, I didn't get a lot of work in the beginning. It was more of figuring out what my niche is. So once I figured that out, then everything came along. But before I even started doing a lot of pro bookings and getting into doing Vixen and browsers, I did my YouTube channel. I was doing a lot of cam modeling. So I was on Cam Soda. Before I even did porn, I was on Chatterbait. Just a college girl doing that. That's pretty much how I got started. So when I wasn't shooting, I just made a name for myself doing webcamming. And I was doing a lot of content creation, whether it was doing my YouTube channel or doing my clips. So I would sell solos, do collabs with like other people. This was before OnlyFans.
That was before OnlyFans.
Yeah,
so you already been doing this.
I was doing it on ManyVids and Clips for Sale.
What about Twitch? Twitch
I was
was
doing Twitch,
popping back then. I mean, still is.
Yeah, but even back then, I didn't have the whole professional setup. I would stream from my Xbox. So I would attach a webcam on my Xbox and I would just play Call of Duty or Minecraft. Because I had a lot of time when I was living in Florida.
I see.
Yeah, I had so much time. So I was either shooting like my own content or I was Twitch streaming.
So when was the moment when, for example, you said you were coming a lot and it could have been enough, but you decided to grow, you decided to become a superstar? When this moment just kind of appeared in your mind?
When I moved out of Miami and moved to LA.
Oh, and LA makes you ambitious. It
Yes.
wants you to grow.
There's more people here to network with. There's more studios to work with. And the agent's different because Miami agent is only going to book you in Miami. You could barely get any because it's not the same connections.
Yeah.
So when I moved to LA, I had a smaller agent, but then I left that agency and went to the new one I have, which is OC Modeling. I've been with them for years now. And Sandra believed in me, got me the shoots. A lot of studios were more open to working with me now because I had a different agent. And then I was just working so much. I was doing, on top of that, I was also doing my YouTube channel. So because I was back home, I took my YouTube channel more seriously. And then once the pandemic hit, I was like, I have so much time now. Like I can actually focus more on my YouTube channel. And that was like 2019 was when I really started vlogging and doing like reactions, like doing a lot of questions where like I would have my fans ask me questions and then I would do a video on the questions they asked me. So my YouTube channel started growing, and then obviously when you're in LA, there's more YouTubers here. So then I was collabing with other, I wasn't on my channel, but it was on their channel, but because they have a different exposure, it helped me so much because obviously I love anime and video games, and the people I was collabing with.
Waifu Violet.
Waifu Violet, yeah.
Violet. Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, that's how I got into like a different audience than just the adult industry.
Yeah.
I got into the anime and gaming audience, and that's like a way bigger audience. It's just as big, but it's a whole different one. And they got to see like, oh, she actually does like these things, and then
She's actually cool. Like she actually
like
play games. Yeah. Wow, that's so amazing.
And that helped me with my adult industry career.
Wow, what a turn. Because you were so open with your fans, and I know you'll love your fans.
Yes.
You care about them so much.
Top 3 people in my world.
Oh yeah? Okay. Tell me top three for you.
My family, my friends, and my...
What about the cats?
Well, they're not people. They count as family to me. Those are my children. I birthed them.
Oh, yeah, I saw your cats. Those are such a cute
The little
babies.
British short hairs.
I know.
They're so cute.
Well, going back, so everything kind of started in 2018, and then I want to talk about OnlyFans now because that became such a huge thing. And in the adult industry, I would say it's digital, but not really, but it is still digital. And it kind of surpassed a lot of platforms.
Oh, yeah.
Not even a lot.
It's a $1 billion industry now.
Yeah, it's like, what, 6 billion they said a year?
It's more than the NBA.
That is
OnlyFans
crazy.
makes more than the NBA.
And they only charge 20%, right?
Yeah.
From the creator.
Yeah, but that's not even including managers who take 60, 80 sometimes from girls. It's really sad.
Yeah, well, there was like another downside of the industry too, because lots of creators, lots of models and girls are being taken advantage of.
Oh, I don't even know if I could say it, but yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Those type of people.
Those type of people are, this industry is... You said it, but it's good that you said it.
Yeah, I said it because they know what they're doing. It's really unfortunate. I see it. I hear stories. It's so sad.
It's crazy how one platform, OnlyFans, created so many businesses around it and scam people and regular people and no, that's true. Like there are good agencies, there are good technologies which serves it.
There's girls who even run their own stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there are girls who became millionaires out of it.
Oh,
like
yeah.
multi-millionaires, and there are a lot of them, right? And how was it for you? Like I know that in 2019, it was like what, second year OnlyFans was there?
It was the second year because it was 2018 and 2019. That was when I got on because it's so funny. So when I joined OnlyFans was because my peers were doing OnlyFans, and I was like, what is this? They're like, oh, it's like a platform where you could post your BTS. I was like, oh, that's fun. So like we would put
your thing too.
It is, yeah. So I would put my phone like let's say we're doing the podcast right now, but I'm shooting. I put my phone right there, and then I post the whole BTS on my OnlyFans. That's all it was. So when I was on set, I would put my camera on a tripod, and then like when we're doing the pretty girls, like the pictures or like the sex, it was the BTS of the sex, and you could post that on there or like sell it, whatever it is. It's just more of like fan interaction before it became like a whole other thing. So I was like making like, like a little bit of money on there. I wasn't really dependent on it as I am like now as like a full-time job, but it was just something that I did to really talk to my fans. Like, because I would talk to them on Twitter, but OnlyFans made it to where like, oh, I can make money off talking with my fans. And it made it easier because now I can invest my time and make some money on it too, where I could sell like my pictures. For a while, I was even finding fans to have sex with on there. So I could shoot content with them because I didn't really...
Wow, so you gave an opportunity to your... Wow,
That's how I started. That's really was like where people were like, oh, who is this girl? Because she fucks her fans. That's how it started with my OnlyFans, because I was just horny and bored. I mean, if I'm being honest,
to be fair, it's genius. It's genius.
I wasn't working a lot. Like I really didn't work a lot until after the pandemic.
I mean, everybody was horny during the pandemic.
Yeah.
I mean, you did it smart way, to be fair. But like, it became a full-time job now. And then how everything like changed after 2019. You started just interacting with your fans, just like, it wasn't even for the purpose of, I know you as a person that you love what you do what you love. And it wasn't because, I need to attract more followers or more fans. You actually wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I know there is like a phrase, don't do it for money. Do you agree?
I agree.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I forgot who was it. I think Angela White, when I were talking, she's like, she doesn't do it for the money. She does it because she loves it. And then obviously when you love it, the money comes along.
And the success comes along.
It's true. Like I never really got into it for the money. Like I really did it because I was just like really horny. And I was like, I'm really good at this. Yeah. So I might as well like, make a job out of it. I didn't expect to really do it full time because I was in college. I just had summer break off. And I decided that summer break to really go out and pursue this and then come back to LA, go to school and do it. I thought I could do both. But honestly, like that when I was in Miami living there, I lived there only for a month. And my agent was like, do you really want to do this? Like, do you really want to become a superstar and make a career out of this? And I was like, I didn't even know I could make a living out of this. And I was making so much money at that time. It was a lot of money. Even now, it still like blows my mind how much money I made back then to now, because I used to work a minimum wage job and worked at Target.
The difference is
going to school. It was expensive.
Yeah.
I remember I was doing webcamming and I would have to like not beg, but I would like tell my chat, like the people that were in my webcam, like, can you help me pay for like food so I can
Why not?
eat?
Case.
That was their kink. They would like, I'm helping this college girl, pay for her stuff because it was expensive. I mean, I can't imagine now with inflation, but it was expensive.
Yeah.
So that's why I was doing it. Obviously, I did it because I loved it, but I really needed the money for school.
Well, obviously. The schools here are expensive.
Yeah.
Like, I know how I went to school myself here, and it's crazy, yeah. But also, like, if you think about it now, how everything turned out, it became a career and you became so successful, but then it took you years to get to the point where you actually, like, I believe you told me one video blew up, right? Could you say that one video made you a star eventually?
It made people pay attention to me. It was a step bro scene. It was like, I guess because I do like crazy faces, like I'll like open my eyes. I can like, I don't know, I guess my look too, because a lot of people in the beginning compared me a lot to Mia Khalifa.
Really?
A lot of people, because I would wear glasses, I have dark hair, I have that.
You have natural big
I have natural
boobs.
And my natural boobs too. Yeah. But that scene I did, it was with Logan Long, rest in peace. I had, they made it so dramatic. They put it on the billboards, on the website. They made ads in manga sites.
What?
They had my ads on manga sites. Yeah, I still have pictures of it on my phone. Like when, I was like, wow. My fans would be like, look, you're on this manga ecchi site. And I was like, what the heck? Like, why are my ads on like stuff that's not like on Pornhub or something?
Yeah.
So that really, people were like, who is that girl? And her like boobs are real. Because there's not that many natural big tit girls. No, so that's kind of like what made me stand out. So it was that scene.
What year was that? 2000?
That was 2018.
2018. Wow.
And then Bang Bros. I have to like give them credit because they booked me a lot. And then they had me play a role where I played Mia Khalifa's little sister.
They typecasted you.
They did. They did.
typecasted you,
Yeah. And then after I did that scene, like
Boom.
I just worked so
Just
much.
blew up.
With But my agent was like, you can't shoot a lot, so you're only gonna do 4 scenes a month.
Why?
He just didn't want me to be overshot.
Because
when
like
you're overshot,
much.
you don't get no more bookings.
Oh, so there must be some sort of like.
He the way he managed me was so different than everyone else.
But did you like it?
I did, yeah, because that's when I was doing my YouTube and my webcamming and content. He's like, you need to focus on these things. You can do mainstream, but you can only do 4 scenes a month. So all those 4 scenes I did like a month, like I made it count.
I feel like for lots of like people are interesting how the business works inside. Like for example, you want to collab with somebody, right? You want to shoot with somebody. Let's say it's Joni Sins, right? The bald man from Brazzers, the famous one, or
Mr.
I don't know,
Clean,
or who else is out there? God, I can't
Kieran Lee.
Probably, yeah, he's also big.
Who else? Like
For
there's so Scott Nels. There's so many.
It's helpful for business, right? To collab with that big of a stars.
Of course, yeah.
And how do you
definitely.
get to collab with them?
Well, you can like message. For me,
For you,
it's
yeah.
so easy.
But
right?
imagine there is a girl. She's in LA. She wants to be a porn star. She wants to be a big on OnlyFans. She wants to, be famous. How do they get those collabs? They need to find an agent, or how does it go?
If I was to start now and be in that position, get an agent, of course. You have to grow your following. You have to have some type of niche. You can't unfortunately, it's not for everyone. Like I've seen a lot of girls come and go because it's the thing with that is like for example, like wanting to collab with someone like me, like I personally want to make sure that you actually love it and you're not just doing it because you want to make money off working with me.
Do you think it's
like your intentions have to be there?
Do you think it's the number one thing to actually love it and don't do it for money? It's like could be a first rule of getting into the industry?
No, because a lot of people do it for money.
For money, okay.
Yeah.
How big is the money?
I mean,
it depends, right?
It depends. And the way you have a manager market yourself, you can really make a lot of money. I know OnlyFans girls that don't even do sex and they're making more than like porn stars on OnlyFans.
I heard, yeah.
They're making millions of dollars a month.
But do you think, isn't it too late to start OnlyFans right now? Because the market is so saturated.
Yeah, I don't think so. I really think that like with anything, there's room for everyone. You just have to make sure that you have a niche. That's all. I keep saying that, but you have to, whether it's like having a big ass or having a really pretty face or being really good at
talking
or fucking, like you have to have something that you're good at and it'll show, to really make it and do it. I don't think it's oversaturated. If anything, I still think there should be more.
Yeah.
I still think
the more the better.
The more the better, because really it's, I think there's room for everyone. And same way people come, the same way people go. There's always going to be room for somebody.
I feel like entertainment business is like that, though, overall. It's not, it's music business. It's overall just regular film industry, any industry, really. Some people, I would say 90% come and go and 10% stick around.
It's about really wanting to do it, having the passion for it.
And like Angela White, for example, she's been there for
years.
Pretty long time. Yeah, for years.
Because she started in Australia and then she came to the States.
And she's the sweetest. I met her one time at the one of the parties and then just, interacted. And super cool, super chill, super sweet. And you never know
exactly
like how would people behave like in real life. But my experience has been so far great. I mean, we became so close. Like we just met business-wise and then, it started with one thing and just kind of elevated to like just people. We're cool people and we hang out. But for me personally, the question would be more, where next? Like you became a star. What was the numbers? What number was on Pornhub worldwide?
Last year, I was in the top 5.
Top 5.
With Abella Danger, Angela White, Lana Rhodes. Like, I never thought I would get to that, honestly.
How does it feel to be...
Good. It feels so like me?
How many... Okay, so when you were top 5 Pornhub worldwide, how many views the max you had on your videos?
Well, I'm almost at 1 billion on
No
Pornhub.
way.
I'm on 1 billion on... It's so funny to say that. I have 1 billion views on X videos. I don't know about the other sites. But Pornhub, I'm like at 700 million. Mm-hmm. So I'm close.
Almost 1 billion views you have.
Billion nuts.
Wow. Well, that's big, girl. Top 5. And this year you were also top 10 on Pornhub.
Yeah,
I know that.
top 10 on
Top
Pornhub
10,
still. Yeah, I fluctuate up and down.
Oh, how does
Because there's guys too on there. And then
all these guys, they always...
the guys don't count for the top 5 though.
I know Johnny Sins has been popular for years too.
Johnny Sins. And then also, his name's Alex. I'm shooting with him on Sunday.
All right.
Yeah, Alex Adams. He has like a really big Pornhub channel too.
I
There's this other guy too. I just followed him recently. He's like this really beautiful man, and he has like a normal sized dick, but he's a porn star and he does really well.
About the normal sizes or not normal sizes, what's good? Like what's the casting? Well, for example, there's a casting, and then how do they even
For guys,
Yeah,
6 and up.
6 and up.
Yeah,
That's like the standard.
yeah. Because if you're micro, I'm sorry, like just do OnlyFans.
Just how is OnlyFans for guys though?
I'm not sure. I never asked, but I know it depends on I'm sure Johnny Sins is killing it on OnlyFans.
But I think he's fits the standard in the porn industry.
He does, and he's like he's a meme. I feel like that's helped him so much.
Yeah,
like a lot of guys look up to him. He's, every guy's hero almost.
It's like in every film or every casting, it's like the guy next door kind of thing.
Yeah,
and that's good because it's relatable.
Yeah, and he has a nice body too. So
okay. Oh, how was the experience with Johnny Sins?
I shot with him only once.
And you're so sad. You're like, I shot with him only once.
Only once, yeah. But that time I did shoot with him, it was like I love making a scene where we can kiss and you're not afraid to let me eat your ass.
Yeah.
Like a scene like that, because there's some guys where like don't do this, like they barely even like to kiss. I like to make it real. Like if we're gonna have sex, like we might as well have sex.
Yeah, don't make it too technical, right?
Yeah, there's some people where I shoot with them. They're like, I don't like to be kissed. Don't touch me this way. It's like, I'm like, just don't pull my hair because my hair is expensive. But like other than that, you like let's fuck. Let's make a good scene. Let's make people's fantasies come true. That's what I do when I make a movie.
Do you like to make like all feature films or more like
everything?
Everything.
Gonzo.
Okay.
Feature films. I love acting.
Okay.
Yeah. I like doing it all.
Is there a category you love to be in most of the time? Like, there are categories where you don't like to be, or you just prefer. There's preferences. I feel like
I like doing scenes where it's like half acting and then also like half tease.
Oh, tease! You love tease.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like acting once, especially because then I'll complain, like, "Why is it taking so long?" But then, like, not in a bad way. I'm just like, damn, like, this is a long script. But then when I see the final product and I'm like, okay, this is why I really like being on these sets, because it turns out really nice. And
it's like a movie.
It's like a movie, yeah.
Actual feature film. I would want to, like, ask more about the craziest... I'm pretty sure you've been asked before about the craziest things, what happened, like, either on set or, you are also on OnlyFans. On OnlyFans, the models do some customs, right? And they have different requests. So is there anything, like the top 3 crazy or top 2 crazy you could just, on top of your mind, give me?
Ooh, okay.
Either on set or from the requests. Or
custom? I'll tell you a custom one.
Okay.
Oh my God, this guy ordered a custom. That's why I kind of took a break from it, because I was like, this is too much.
Okay.
He wanted me to act like a cat and dress like a cat and then fuck and say like meow. Like not even moan, just meow. And like pour milk on myself and like act like a cat. And as someone who has a cat, I don't look at my cat and be like, ooh, I'm horny. Like, No,
Yeah, some zoophilia
there was
there.
something off about that. I was like, I don't like that. I was like, I was like, who do I complain about this with? 'Cause this is weird. I don't want to do this. So I just ended up doing like a cute little cat outfit. And then I just like did a solo.
Okay.
Like I wore the little cat ears and like a cute little bikini, but I wasn't going to act like a cat. I was like, I'm not doing that.
But for example, and then what he said,
He accepted it, but he had no choice.
He had no choice. Oh, okay. So the system works like this. He had no choice.
It's like either you don't or you do.
What was your most favorite custom request?
Oh, I love doing ones where I have to moan their name.
Really?
It feels very personal.
Could I ask
if they have a script, where they give me a script and then they have me moaning their names?
What? Probably your moaning is really sexy.
I don't know. When I watch my videos, sometimes I'm like, ew.
No?
I don't like how I sound.
Okay, can we try? Like, let's do it together. Like, let's do something together.
Like a moan. I can't fake moan. I have to really like. That's
How about
another thing
Nora?
too. In my movies, that's another thing too. I think that's why I feel like people watch me is because I don't fake it. It's hard for me. Like when we do the just fake it, I can't fake it. Like I have to. Like,
Never faked an orgasm.
In my personal life, I have, so I can make the guy feel better.
Okay, well, we did fake it. What about the on set?
On set, well, when they have me do like voiceovers, like, but like I'll like close my eyes and like rub my pussy. So does that even count as faking it?
I mean, if you come, it does. It doesn't.
If I don't come, but I'll like at least try to pleasure myself to at least moan.
I think it counts, and I think honestly, I think you're such a real person. Like I've seen your interaction with the fans and stuff, and you're always nice. You're super real. You were never like I'm a superstar or I'm not reachable.
Never.
And that I feel like your fans feel that, and everybody around you feel that, and everybody who I ask like, oh yeah, Violet is so nice. She's so amazing. Like, but people from outside, they would think, oh my god, a superstar.
Yeah. That's another misconception about me because I thought the same thing when I met like
Angela White and
that's what I admire her about her so much. Like when I first met her, I was really nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, is she gonna be mean? Like I don't know if she's gonna be standoffish, but she was so nice. She gave me a hug, and this was like it taught me like this is exactly how you're supposed to act. Like I've met a bunch of other people, even people that are not as big and they're like big headed. I'm like, okay, like no, don't act like that. But me, it's just like I've always been like this. I've always been a really nice person, and I'm just maybe because I'm just like really shy, it could seem like I'm like people are like, oh, she's quiet. It's just like sometimes I have like an insecurity of like me being afraid to approach someone because I don't want to bother them. That's like that's my own issue that I've dealt with. I'm getting better at it. I'm like learning to come up to people and say hi because people are shy or afraid to come up to me because they're afraid that I'm gonna be mean or not want to talk to them. But no, I'm just really nice.
You are. I know.
Very
I can
friendly,
confirm.
approachable. I try to be approachable. I try not to have a RBF, like a resting bitch face, because I don't want people to be like, like she looks like she doesn't want to be bothered. Like I don't want that. Like I want people to want to.
But it's also tiring.
Say it. I just like to smile because of wrinkles.
It's a girl's problem.
I'm like I'm getting older.
You know, I kind of gave up with that part already. I'm like, I guess it is what it is at this point.
I'm gonna start getting Botox soon.
I mean, girl, yeah, I feel you. I'm in the same boat. Similar, yeah. I was about I love fun stuff. Like I love fun stuff, and I kind of want to hear more about your preferences. Like, it's like your sexual preferences because, and then the next question will come after that. But I feel like sexual preferences, it's something people like don't talk about much. But I feel like sexual health itself and knowing your sexual desires, it's so important. And it just. I mean, I feel like you can teach people, I swear to God. So what is your sexual kinks, your sexual preferences, and maybe a favorite sexual scene you had?
Ooh, okay, that's a good question. Those are good questions. I think it's a thing in the States where it's taboo almost to be sexual, but it's like everywhere. Like artists are overtly sexualized, and that's not even on purpose. It's just like in other countries. I know that in Australia, they have like health, sex ads, where they'll have their Australia. I saw this thing on Twitter or X where they had like health ads with porn stars in Australia that promote safe sex and all these things, but we don't do that here. That's why it's so taboo. But I think it's very important. We can prevent STDs. We can teach people to be sexually open, but also safe, because a lot of people normal people outside of the industry don't get tested. Like I get tested once every like 10 days because even though the standard is 14, I do 10 just because like I like to be safe. But me,
please continue.
I was gonna say like my like sexual preferences are
what do you like?
I love sucking dick.
Oh, you do? Okay, so
I genuinely love it. I really do. And I just feel, I don't know. I guess because I've had personal bad experiences with my pussy eaten, that I just don't like it unless it's a girl. I'm going to be honest.
You are so perfect for the guys because you love doing,
But it's bad for guys who like eating pussy, because I'm just like, ugh. Like you don't even know what you're doing. Like I can't even teach you.
Yeah.
I can't, because they don't, I'll still teach a guy, and every girl's different. Like some girls want tongue in the vagina, some want on the clit. Everyone's different. So that's why I personally would rather suck dick than have my pussy eaten. And that's just my preference. Like I just get pleasure out of pleasuring someone else. I think it has to do with my love language, because my love language is gift giving. So I think that's why I love it. But it's also really, it's satisfying when you can make someone come in like less than 5 minutes.
Dang, that's a skill, girl. Wow. That's
how I got in. I met a guy on Tinder, sucked his dick, and he's like, wow, you should do porn. And I was
for
like,
real?
Swear to you on everything. Let me die right now if I'm
one
lying.
phrase.
No, I was like, I was single, and then I met a guy on Tinder, and we were hooking up, and I was sucking his dick. I didn't even know sloppy dick, sucking sloppy was like not normal. Like I just have a lot of saliva. And he's like, wow, you should be like a porn star. I was like, no, you're just saying that because you were just getting your dick sucked. He's like, no, I'm being for real. And that's how I got into webcamming.
So he actually told you that you're actually good, because you didn't know you were good naturally.
No.
Okay.
Because I've only sucked one dick before him. It was like my ex-boyfriend.
Okay. Wow. And what else besides?
I love writing. I love writing.
Okay.
But like I like to not be on my knees. I like to be on my feet and write. Like, yeah.
Ooh.
That's why I'm in the gym a lot, so I can like squat on a dick.
That's hard.
That's like my favorite, to squat.
Okay.
And then missionary.
A missionary.
I like just like putting my legs around them and like kissing them. Yeah, it's very intimate. Because you can't do that on camera. They're like, you're blocking the sex. I'm like, no. My personal, I love missionary.
So do you think you don't like that parts when you work on camera that you have to kind of like stage it?
No, I have to stage it. Yeah, because when I'm doing missionary, they always have me, because of my boobs, they always have me like this. They're like, do the Japanese missionary. I'm like, what's that? So the Japanese missionary is you put your boobs together and your boobs are like jiggling like that. I was like, I didn't know that because I don't watch.
I didn't know it either.
I didn't know either, but it's just a thing that they taught me on set. Like to do the Japanese missionary.
Is there a lot of technicalities on set?
Yeah, there is, because you have to open up. God forbid for me, I always have to work with big dicks because I have a big ass. So they're always booking me with like big dick guys. Whenever the company's like, who do you want to work with? I'm like, I always request like, no, I'm not saying they're small, but I'm just saying like, I don't want to. I'll do a normal sized dick, like with 6 to 7 inch dick, which is, oh my God, it's so crazy saying that out loud, because people are probably gonna watch this video and be like, that's not normal size. I'm like, important. Important is small. Important is small. But yeah, like an average size dick, like, because me personally, like I have a small cervix. So those hit me good. Versus when a big dick, sometimes I'm like, ugh, like I can't have sex for 2 days because they're crushing my cervix.
Wow.
And ovaries.
Whoa. Okay. So that's the favorite positions for you.
Yeah, those 3.
What about like the partners on set? Like, do you have a preferences, or it's just
whoever that just wants to whoever finds me attractive and wants to work with me? Because a lot of guys will struggle to stay hard because they're just like, they don't like you.
Do you think it's harder for guys in the porn?
I think it's hard for both, because I worked for like my first time on my period. That was really hard because I had to fuck like 6 or 7 people. And I was like I had to fuck 6 to 7 people. And that was pretty hard. But I think for men in the industry, it's, oh my God, you have to shoot your dick.
Yeah.
Which you have to put an injection, and it keeps your dick really hard and really so hard that it even hurts me sometimes.
Wow.
Because it's like a dildo. You know, some dildos, the textures are really hard. It feels like that, but just they go through so much, and it kind of takes away from their lifespan in their career because you could only inject your dick so many times before it doesn't work anymore. There's some guys that have gotten their dicks broken, so they have to put a pump in their dick, so they pump their balls to make their dick inflated.
Broken? Oh,
Yeah.
it sounds. Oh,
Yeah, there's a lot of. I think it's hard on both sides, but the men obviously
sounds
get the
painful.
more praise for fucking us, and then the women get more shamed because we're fucking.
about
so
the
many
shamed.
guys.
About the shame. So, like, have you ever had that bad experience when people like told you anything about what you do or tried to shame you for this? Because, like, you know, there are different people out there. There are normal people who respect, understand every profession, but there are people who are just like very, you know, very narrow-minded, or they just live in their boxes. So how do you deal with that? Have you had those experiences?
Only online, but I did have one incident where I was at a festival. And I was getting bombarded by a bunch of fans and were taking pictures of me, which is fine. I didn't really care. But the person in front of me was like, who are you? Or some like OnlyFans girl. And I was like, no, I just do like, I'm like, why does it even matter to you? I was like, no, I don't do it. And I heard him talking shit about me, like, oh, like, can't believe this girl is like sucks dick and all this. Like, I heard him, but I didn't say anything because like I was really I wanted to like fuck him up. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I don't want to go to jail. I really don't. I'm not home. I'm in another state. Like, I really don't want to risk. And plus, it looks really bad if I hit someone for doing like for saying that. Like, that's his opinion. He's more than welcome to. But that was in person, and it was like kind of like sad, but not really sad for me. I just felt more sad for him because I was like, wow, like it really bothers you that much that I'm getting recognized, and for you to say all that, like, who cares? It's just, we all suck dick, honestly, let's be honest. But it's more of like on camera, and some people do in their personal life. You're more than welcome to do, like, to judge me if you want. I don't really care at this point. I don't.
Yeah, it's like you got to have a thick skin to kind of interact with your haters. And
I've been bullied my whole life. So it's like, I was already built to have tough skin almost.
Wow. You are very mature for your age. Like the way I'm talking about your probably mindset and the look in the world, because I remember you kind of told me that, I mean, you have such big dreams, and I was like, oh my God, I love this idea. Could you just like tell me what's next? Like, I know that you want to kind of go to the next level at some point, and what would be the next level for you?
I would love to, do a directorial debut, I don't have to be that, it doesn't have to be full time, but I would love to be on set and direct some scenes for studios, just because I've been such a long performer and I know exactly what to do, how to take care of the actors on set. Not saying that those people don't, I'm just saying like, I'm very understanding of like the girl in certain positions and all these things and what looks good. And I know how to edit pictures, edit videos. So I know exactly what to do for that part. But I'm gonna eventually make sex toys. Like, I want to work on making my own sex toys. Making more catered towards women. Just because, well, not women, but just fun sex toys.
Okay.
Fun sex toys. That's all I'm going to say. I'll tell you after.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm working on some stuff. And then I would want to have like a coffee shop.
Yeah, I remember you talking about
I want to do a coffee shop because I love coffee so much. Like, if it took years to figure out what I wanted to do, because I wanted to do donuts, I wanted to do tacos, but I really enjoy coffee. Like, I've been addicted to caffeine for years now. I think it's time for me to do my own drinks.
Yeah.
So like specialty lattes and like mixing it with blending cultures together.
I also, talking about the business ventures and investments, I know there is like a stigma in the industry. People think, oh, people in the industry do drugs or they drink a lot. I know personally that you don't. Like, I've never seen you drunk or anything. And I know that you and like I was talking about the Amarant as well, like creators like you, they are entrepreneurial. You have investments in different fields, right? And I feel like nowadays the top creators are similar to this. Like everybody is, I know that you got some investments already in different fields. Could you just kind of like give a brief intro to that, but that not getting into too much detail for your financial situation?
Okay, of course, yes. It took me a while to really do my research. So I have investments, I have stocks, I have Roth IRAs, which definitely everyone should have a Roth IRA, even if you don't make a lot of money. It's just it's good to have it's tax free.
Yeah,
it's
long
really,
term.
Long term, and it's kind of like another lifelong savings. I have
You have a
real
house,
estate. I have 3 real estate properties, working on another, but in another state, saving my money towards that. So it's like just about investing your money in like a bunch of stuff. I don't really invest in a lot of designer. Like I collect bags, but like they have to be
You love Balenciaga,
but those are like just like stuff I write off like
That's
for
a cute
clothes,
stuff,
but I don't do that all the time. I only splurge like maybe like once or twice a year. Because really, I'd rather my money go towards like I said, like real estate or investments and stuff where it's like tax free.
Smart. I told you, you are smart. You know what you're doing.
Savings accounts with like high yield savings accounts.
Oh,
Yeah, I have a high yield savings account. I have like money, but I like to pretend I'm broke. That just because it helps me really put my money in stuff that I know I can make back, because this is not forever.
This is not forever. That's
And
for sure.
I want to be prepared for any situation. And, I'm also too, me being the oldest of like my family, of my household, it has taught me to be responsible and to grow up really fast.
And you are, like, among lots of people in the industry, I feel like you are the most responsible, the nicest, the caring one. I feel like your second name is caring. Like every time I see you care about your friends a lot, about your work, and you genuinely love what you do. And
I love helping people.
And I love passionate people. Like people should love what they do, and that's just the the guarantee of happiness. I feel like. And could you say that you are happy with everything?
I am. I'm very
That's great.
Not just happy, but I'm just blessed and grateful. Like I always thank God and Jesus at the end of my days, at the beginning of the month and week, because I've seen so many like people come and go. I've lost a lot of friends in this industry. Like it makes me really sad, because it's hard to get attached to people, because people, it's just really sad that everyone goes through their own thing.
Yeah.
And that's why I really try my best. Like I always tell my friends, like, I don't fucking care. I'll answer that phone call. Like if you really need me, even if we're not as close, like I've told many girls, low and high, like whatever, just please ask me for advice. Like I'm here for you. Like I'm not charging you. Eventually I do want to be like a mentor, but just bug me. Like ask me things, ask me for advice. Like if you need someone to vent to, I'm a great listener. Like, I just love helping people. Even I'm such an empath, and I think sometimes it's a bad thing. It's like, it's a great thing, but it's also a bad thing, because sometimes I'll be driving and I'll lock eyes with like a homeless person, and I'll be like, fuck, like I just feel their sadness, and then I'll like do a 360 and I'll just like, make sure, are you okay? And then give them some money for food. And then, I've always been taught to just give back. And that's like I always wanted to be, what is that word? Angelina Jolie is like, she's one. I think it's like
like the ambassador of the United Nations.
Something like that. What is it called?
I know, is it as an ambassador of peace?
Something like
that.
But I've always I want to have a charity. Like I really do. Like that's like one of my goals, because every holiday, especially during the holiday season, I always buy a bunch of toys and stuff for kids. I give a bunch of blankets and socks, because I remember in school they always said that the most thing that homeless people need is socks and blankets, because socks are what keeps your hands warm, because if your feet are cold, your hands are going to be cold. So I remember just learning that in school.
Yeah.
And just like helping people. Like if I ever get to that billion mark, I'm not going to be one of those people that, even now, I'm not even a fucking billionaire. I still help people with all the money I have. Doesn't matter. I just love to help people. It's like my own thing. You know how people have like their things where like, oh, shopping makes me feel good. Gambling makes me feel good. Just helping people makes me feel good. It makes me sleep better at night, just knowing that I made someone's day.
Okay. Wow, that's beautiful. I mean, it just proves who you are, as far as I know you.
Yeah.
And I would sit and talk to you.
I love yapping.
Yes. I would sit and talk to you for so long, but I feel like it's a beautiful episode because Christmas is coming and we're talking about the good deeds. And we're going to transfer to like a next kind of a stage of the recording. But now we didn't even have time to eat sushi. So I think we can wrap up this episode and actually do some fun stuff for the next one in a few seconds. I just want to wrap it up a little bit and say that this was a beautiful conversation with you, Violet. Thank you so much for coming. And I just feel like I'm learning so much. Like, I love my guests, I love my friends, and I'm learning so much from people around me. And I want to continue just, kind of intaking the kindness and the things you can teach me, and then maybe the things I can learn. It's beautiful. I love it. Thank you so much for coming. And we're gonna jump to the sushi soon.
I know. Like, it's getting cold, even though it's already cold outside.
It's getting cold. The beautiful Violet Meyers today with us. And we're very thrilled and excited to show you guys the episode. And it was me, Nora, with Just Fake It podcast coming to LA, powered by Invoice Media. Voice your passion, people. Voice your passion. Thank you.
Thank you, Nora.
Thank you, Violet.